Hello, this is TurboDog702 for the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Any Percent tutorial. In this section, I will be discussing one of the lesser used methods for the death skip, using a heart refresh to cause the screen freeze. Although this isn't used typically inside the Any Percent route, it could be a very useful backup strategy if you are trying to do a race with a particular person and you want to have a second shot at the death skip. You can always try to pick up a heart refresh at another location. It'll be something of a suboptimal route, but you do get quite a bit of speed from being able to retain your normal gear, so it's worth noting in case somebody wants to be able to use it. So let's go into the actual game. You'll have to forgive me, I usually don't use this method, so it might take me a couple tries to be able to get it. But basically what we've done is we've equipped our heart refresh that we got at the beginning of the game. So let's say we flubbed our neutron bomb, or we missed the appropriate frame on our spell and we know that we did, and we're in a race situation and we really need to get this done. We can use the screen freeze from the heart refresh to do essentially the same thing as the level up would do, to cause a screen freeze. Use that screen freeze to break through the screen scroll barrier, as I mentioned before in the basic mechanics video for the death skip, and initiate the RSL that way. This is also similar to a method we'll use later in the run when we do the relic skip. So as I mentioned, I'm not very proficient in this, but we're going to give this a try a few times. So as I mentioned before, the scroll barrier is around here. So if you look in the background behind Alucard, you'll see that his front foot is kind of overlapping a line that makes an arch in the background. And that's kind of what I'm using as my frame of reference to be able to do this. There's probably a more precise thing that you can use, but this is what I'm using for it. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to try to tap forward and heart refresh at the same time, or maybe forward very slightly before heart refresh. All you're trying to move is just like 1 pixel or 2 pixels. And that'll be able to break the screen scroll barrier and initiate the glitch. Once you do that, you're going to hold backdash out of the heart refresh and do the skip pretty much the same way you would do otherwise. So let's give it a shot. So we're going to position ourselves. And we moved forward and pressed heart refresh. We're going to hold backdash to get out of it. We realign by running against the stairs and run through the next room. That time it looks like we failed to do it, but let's go ahead and give it some more tries. We're actually going to break these because I've heard that it gives you an extra pixel to be able to work with. We're going to equip our heart refresh. And let's give this another try. As I mentioned, this should be only used as a backup strat. That probably was too far. Yeah. As you can see, this is something of a... They're all very precise tricks, but it's even harder to do if you don't practice the stuff. And we'll give it one more try. Yeah, there we go. So, like I said, same basic concept. You're using the heart refresh for the screen freeze instead of a level up. But it's pretty much the exact same way. You're just pressing heart refresh and forward very quickly from one another, breaking that screen scrolling barrier. While the heart refresh is going off, you hold backdash to backdash out of it, run against the stairs for a split second, jump up and run through the death room. This is TurboDog702 for the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Any Percent tutorial.